In 2010, the world was very different. Smartphones were still new. Social media was just beginning to shape daily life. And somewhere on the internet, a strange idea was quietly taking shape. An idea called Bitcoin. Back then, Bitcoin was not money. It was not powerful. It was not famous. It was just code. No bank supported it. No governments recognized it. Most people had never even heard the name. And those who had didn't take it seriously. Bitcoin had no real-world use. No one knew if it would survive. It existed only on forums in small online communities, discussed by programmers and dreamers who believed money could exist without control. Among those believers was a man named Laszlo Hanyecz. Laszlo was not rich. He was not famous. He wasn't trying to make history. He was just a programmer, and he was hungry. Laszlo believed in Bitcoin. He mined it when it was easy. He collected thousands of coins simply by letting his computer run. But there was a problem. Bitcoin had no proof. You couldn't walk into a shop and use it. You couldn't buy food. You couldn't trade it for anything real. To the world, Bitcoin was still a joke. So Laszlo decided to do something simple but bold. On May 18, 2010, he opened an online forum and typed a message that would later become legendary. "I'll pay 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas." 10,000? At the time, those Bitcoins were worth about $40. To Laszlo, it wasn't a sacrifice. It was an experiment. He wasn't trying to get rich. He was trying to prove something, that Bitcoin could be used like real money. Days passed. No one replied. Some people laughed. Others ignored the post entirely. Why would anyone trade real food for imaginary coins? But Laszlo waited. Then finally, someone answered. A user agreed to order 2 large pizzas and have them delivered to Laszlo's house. The deal was simple. 2 pizzas, in exchange for 10,000 Bitcoins. When the delivery arrived, Laszlo took photos of the pizza boxes and posted them online. It was done. Bitcoin had been used to buy food for the first time in history. At that moment, nothing felt special. Laszlo ate the pizza. The internet moved on. Life continued. No one celebrated. No one panicked. But quietly, something had changed. For the first time, Bitcoin had crossed from the digital world into reality. Years passed. Bitcoin didn't disappear like many thought it would. Instead, it grew, slowly at first, then suddenly, $1, $10, $100, then thousands. People began to look back at old Bitcoin stories, and one story stood above all others. The pizza. Those same 10,000 Bitcoins began to rise in value beyond imagination. $10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Then tens of millions. At its peak, the value of those 2 pizzas crossed hundreds of millions of dollars. 2 ordinary pizzas became the most expensive meal in human history. The internet reacted the only way it knows how. They laughed. They joked. They called it the worst financial decision ever made. And everyone asked the same question. Does he regret it? When reporters finally asked Laszlo, his answer shocked people. He said no regret. Because without that pizza, Bitcoin might have remained just an idea. Someone had to be first. Someone had to prove it could work. Laszlo didn't lose money. He bought history. Today, Bitcoin Pizza Day is celebrated every year, not as a reminder of loss, but as proof that world-changing moments often begin with small, ordinary decisions. 2 pizzas, a hungry programmer, and a choice that helped change the future of money. Sometimes, history doesn't announce itself with explosions or speeches. Sometimes, it arrives in a cardboard box